Hi everyone, I have Temu diamond paintings here. It's a big bag. I don't know how many whether it's gonna be a part one, part two thing. And I have a little bag here too that pertains to this if I'm thinking it's right. I haven't opened either one of them. So stick right with me and we'll open them together. Okay everyone, you probably have noticed my face. Yes, this awful sores on my face. I am having a lupus flare from being at the beach during the holiday weekend. For the Lord's Day, his Resurrection Sunday, we went to Myrtle Beach and stayed at the Pirate Land for the first time RV campground, and we were really very close. We was like it was the second and third spot next to the pier, and my husband loves to fish, so we were enjoying a little bit of a little quick time off. And I forgot my sunscreen. I needed sunscreen on my face. I needed sunscreen and a hat. And I should have used an umbrella when I went outside, just to be on the pier with him when he was fishing. And I forgot it. And here we go. And so the next few days, once I got home, I have to rest. This starts popping up. Usually it's on my lips. This time it's above my lip, on my upper lip, in between my nose. And that is like the first time it's ever done that. I'm worried about scarring, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it other than I can't take the steroids that they give lupus people because I have diabetes and it makes my sugar go over 600, 800, and I really feel bad. So that's hospital levels. So we don't want to do that. So I just grin and bear it. See, I feel pitiful for a few days. I'm a pitiful person, but then I get my strength back and I'm ready to go. You won't, oh my gosh, that's it. Anyways, you won't see me a lot of times when things like this happen. I have some of you out there that are just the sweetest. Y'all are just the sweetest people that don't care that I look like this. I don't get made up really, makeup. I used to, I was like, I gotta have makeup on every time. I can't be seen without makeup. Well, lupus has a way of making you not be able to do the things that you'd like to do. Makeup on my eyes is rough because I have really bad dry eyes. I have another disease in there that makes the tears, tear ducts and the oil glands that keep the tears. So you have oil glands all around your eyes that comes out into your tears. That keeps your tears from drying up off your eyeball so fast. Well, mine wants to clog up. Mine wants to stay more of a toothpaste rather than an oily flow. So it can't mix in with my tears, and my tears evaporate really quickly. So it makes dry eyes. Two different diseases are in my eyes, just my eyes. Okay. So I'm used to it now. It's almost when they find something new that I have, I just add it to the list. I just giggle and laugh, add it to the list. I have to learn how to get through it. Y'all have to learn how to get through it. I commend all of y'all that are a lot worse off than me. My lupus isn't as bad as a lot of others. I know some people, like I have two cousins with it. And one of them I do believe is on chemo for it. So pray for them. They have it a lot worse than I do. Thank the Lord that it's not any worse than it is. I'm not going to take the steroids because I can't fight that with my diabetes. So and my kidney disease. I have FSGS, kidney disease. And so I can't take any ibuprofen or any type of that NSAID or any type of that kind of pain medicine because of my kidney disease. I don't want it to start up going away. I don't want my kidneys to go away. So I have a lot to have to worry about. I have to watch. So I'm sorry. It takes me sometimes a little bit of time between videos. So this order from Temu is, I'm just going to show you the diamond paintings that I ordered through them, and this is supposed to be the sealer that is just for diamond paintings. And now I'll open it today, but then I'll do another video when I'm actually using it to see if it's going to take the shine away, because that's the big thing of diamond painting. One of the biggest questions I get is, do I seal my diamond paintings? And I started off sealing it at the very first. I only sealed like maybe 2 or 3. And the reason I don't seal anymore is because I just noticed that it literally takes the shine off. I have one here. I can show you 1 second. One that doesn't have the shine. Okay, this one is one that I did, and you know, the one behind me and all this, you know, you can see that shine on this picture. You see that? All that wonderful sparkle on this picture. Now, a lot of you has seen this picture and have done it. When I got this picture, this ear, you couldn't tell what it was. You couldn't tell what it was. So I literally took and pulled off what was on there and made the ear, because I'm an artist. I do horse art. So I'm like, I want to be able to see that ear. Okay, this isn't working good. Sometimes diamond paintings need to be bigger for better detail, and I think this was one of them. But I glued it, I spray glued it. I measured to see where my center was. This is a unpainted canvas, okay? And I used the Gorilla Glue spray to put this down, okay? Then I did not seal it. I don't see anything coming off of it. Now, this has been on the floor before, and I think a cat rubbed by it. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but I have not lost, and this has been like 3 or 4 years since I've done this one, and I have not lost any of the diamonds. This is square, and it did really good. So I'm going to put it up kind of close, and you can see the detail here in that, just that shine. Okay, now I'm going to put that there. This one is one. There's still a little bit of shine, but you can kind of see it's a little bit not quite as shiny. It's probably coming across shiny because, you know, it's the lighting in here, but it's still a little dark. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it does to me look drab. You have to really get it in that light. And I know that the camera's probably, you know, capturing it a lot more vibrant than what I'm seeing. It's a lot more drab. But what I did is I used the artistic, you know, look at the dust. This has been a while since I've done it. I haven't lost any of the go ahead and finish my sentence for me. Lupus brain, the diamonds, the drills. A lot of y'all call them drills. Everybody calls them drills. I always like, it's diamonds, youngins. It's diamonds, diamond painting. And I'm not seeing any popping off or anything. I sealed it with the artist spray sealer from Hobby Lobby or an art section where you seal paintings, okay? And that's what I used. Some people use Mod Podge, stuff like that, the shiny kind or whatever. I mean, people will leave it in the comments if they have time of the stuff that I'm sure of the sealers that they use and that it works. Some people use the lacquer or stuff for furniture. Some people do that, but I haven't. And they swear by it that it's fine. So if something works for you that does not cut in any way the diamond sparkle that you have, share it below. I mean, we love to know. But this one is, let me see, I haven't got my glasses on. Look stupid. I'm going to read stuff without glasses. Rapid curing all-in-one sealer. Safe diamond painting glue. Non-toxic and easy to use. Keeps your paintings clean and gloss finish. So, it is sealed. So I'm going to take this plastic off and see. This won't stick to me because it's, you know, the... Okay, now. Valid until February 15th, 2025. So that was the, how, you know, the expiration, and this is sticking to me. Static clean. Okay, it's called Antofly. Antofly? Let's see if I can get it to Antofly. And if you look at my hand, that's how big the container is, and it says 4 ounces. So this is only 4 ounces, okay? And I'm gonna open it, see if it will. Oh, it's got the little thing on there. Let's see what if it's clear. All right, I should have had a painting to seal and put it on there. But I think I kind of wanted to do it start to finish, but I don't know. I may just, okay, it's clear. It's clear. It sort of just looks like clear glue. And you would just take a soft sponge brush or something that's not gonna pull your diamonds off, and just kind of spread it on there. I don't think it would be able to do a large picture like this one. I don't know, because that would probably take a lot of having to smear it. So these don't have a lot of it. I don't know if it's water clean and glossy. I don't know if it's water soluble. I'm sure it is. I don't think it's an oil. It's not an oil base, of course not. So that's all I know about it. It's what I got from Temu. And in another video, I will show how this is used, and we will see if it's going to work. Okay. And I think I ordered 2 brands. And I have another Temu box that I have to open that's more products rather than diamond paintings. And I don't think there's a diamond painting in there. I could be surprised, but they all sent them in this bag, okay? I can fill them all in there. And I don't like it being sent in this because it can get squished and, you know, and it gets opened. See, there's a hole there, hole here. You know, it's very thin. So I'm just going to use that hole and open that up. And we'll see how many I got. Probably going to be to go through all of them, I'm probably gonna have to do a 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually do 4 or 3 or 4 on one thing. It just depends on how fast it goes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I may do 5 and then 5, something like that. Let's put them all over here. And the first one looks like it's a ghost horse. And so I'm going to open this one up once I find the little, there it is. I found it, but it was on the other side. There we go. Okay, so they have that pretty glitter in the canvas. This one's 30 by 30. The one thing is you have to really search out Temu for bigger sized diamond paintings. It comes with I'm going to smack myself. The diamonds in the lollipop type continual, the little packets are all in one long line like how the lollipops used to come. Has the normal basic, there's no tweezers, I guess because it's a 30 by 30 size. Poured glue, and I'm gonna put you down here. All right, so here we go. It is a poured glue, you can see, because it has the plastic top right here. I'm gonna put that down there. And we always open this up even. You really don't have to with a poured glue unless you just really want to check it and make sure it's nice. It's the glue is nice. It's not overly too thick. I still can see the texture of the canvas. I don't see any major problems with the surface of the glue. No rivers or wrinkles that are in the glue that will show up afterwards. I don't see any of that. This one has 20 colors, and that's pretty surprising, isn't it? This is one I'll probably do on one of those speed paintings. I know I keep saying, oh, I'm going to do this and that and the other on film for you, and then I'm so into my wire wrapping to get some of these cabochons that I have ordered wire wrapped and into the booth before we start having, you know, like our spring and summer festivals. And so it's kind of slowed me down on my diamond painting pretty much, but I still diamond paint. I will get some of these done for y'all. And another person wanted to know, said, excuse me, another person reported after buying from Temu, the symbols was hard to see, and it was really hard to do their diamond paintings. That they felt that they were cheap and that they didn't do well with the grid. The symbols was too hard to follow or see while she was doing hers. So watch out for that. If you're running into that same problem, let me know, and I will get in touch with the Temu representative and see if they can't pass that along, that maybe they'll change the way that they randomize the symbols. Maybe they'll use some other kind of symbols that are easier to see. So I'm going to put it up here to you. I'm doing a lot of sighing because I'm just tired. It's just one part of my life. But I'm going to see if I can't get that to focus on there so you can see if you can see those symbols okay. They look like they're coming up okay on the camera. I'm hoping y'all can make them out. And you're going to have a little glare that's going to mess you up. And then here's the grid of the symbols of what they're supposed to be. Okay, So if you haven't done diamond painting before, it's a canvas that they usually stretch for people to paint on, except they print a picture that has a grid of a picture made for, this grid is actually a cross-stitch program in a computer, and they run that picture through there, and each this grid will have a symbol per color, and it's just, you find that symbol for this one, like let's say this is the first one, and you start finding that first one and put them down. And the way you do it is you have this little diamond pin with a little metal thing. It's hollow, little metal point, a little metal point, and you jab it down in this wax. Now the wax has some protective paper on it. This is how you would do it. You would open this up when you're ready, and this is for the little diamonds that you'll go over this with. This is the wax, and it comes in, it's got a little plastic little top to it. You want to take that off, and then you will literally stab it until you fill this little area up in here. If it will focus, I hope it will. If you notice there, you can see that wax that's in there. And what that does is it makes that sticky in there. So when you pour your diamond, let's say this is the first one, and you'll pour it out, just that one color, you'll pour it out, and you'll shake it a little bit side to side. Don't do too much, or it'll come out of these little things. And be careful of this. These are really bad to flip and everything go everywhere. You can get better trays that are bigger and stabler, more stable, excuse me. And so you will touch. The reason you shake it is to get the bottom side to go down and the right side of the diamond up. So then you can pick it up with this, because it's sticky now. Pick one up. Find where that, let's say it's number 14, it's J, so you will find all the J's on the picture, and you'll put those diamonds in the J areas, only in the J areas. Then you'll go, when that's done, you'll save these. I usually put them in another bag if there's some left over. They usually will send you, see here, sometimes they'll send you extra ones of these. Okay. I also have storage containers, or you can put it back in here, fold it twice, and tape it. So that way you'll have some left over in case you get another one that is missing this color. So it'll all make sense once you get done doing it. But if you notice, this one has that wonderful glitter. It's a bluish glitter in there, and that you're not going to see it once your diamonds are on there. But I don't know if you can see that, but there is a glitter effect in that canvas. I hope you could have seen it earlier when we'll do this. Let's see if we can get it to kind of shine. Sometimes it'll, see if we can get it to shine. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, there's this one. And here are the, let's put these back in. Oh, the plastic for the top of the, it probably won't matter. The glue. I really don't use the pink wax. I just save it for other things or whatever. I hadn't even figured out what I want to use it for yet, but I save it. I don't use it because it kind of comes off on your diamonds sometimes, and I don't like that. But I use the poster tacky stuff instead, and you don't have to fill it as often. I'm heavy-handed, very heavy-handed, and I go through that pink wax way too fast. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we have 20 colors. So what you do when you get it, you check that canvas like I did earlier to see if it's sticky, to see if it has any kind of wrinkles. And you can see there are some shipping fold wrinkles here that you're going to want to, you can put a heavy book. You don't have to put it under your mattresses, but people put them under their mattresses. My mattresses are too heavy to be lifting that up and putting that under there. So find you a big, huge book, put it over top of it, and that's really all you need to do. Or you can just leave it laying out like this. You can kind of pull it a little bit, just a little bit, to kind of help, and then leave it like that on a flat surface for a day or two, and it will be flat enough to where you won't see that. Some people, if they're really bad, you can turn it over, and you can lay a cloth on top, and with a very low set iron, you can kind of help try to get some of that out. But that's like the last ditch resort. I have had some delivered to me that are really, really bad from like AliExpress. So anyways, let's go to number 1. Let's find number 1. Remember, we're looking for 20. And here's number 1. And if you'll notice, this item number right here, right here, this number, B5811, is also printed on the packets themselves, right here. So hopefully there we go. You can see it's there, and that's number 1. So number 1 is a pretty wine color, burgundy, dark plum, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be hard to see these colors in this weird lighting. I need to get in here and start painting and getting everything back in order. It kind of got disheveled from the grandbaby staying. And we want to make sure that each one of these has some diamonds in them. Okay, sometimes you have some more than one pack because there'll be so many, especially when you do a big one. And I'm looking to make sure that all of these have diamonds in it, not just the colors. I'm looking at the number, so 15, 16, 17. Because I have had one to be empty that it must not have filled up. And then I'd have to contact the company to get the missing one. And some places will not send it to you. They'll say they're sending it and you'll never see it. So I've had that happen. If you go back and look at some of my other older, and so we did get to 20. There's the 20. Okay, which way did you go? Which way did you go? I think that's it right there. I think. We shall see. Yep. Let's see. And that's how you get them back in there. This corner's wanting to get a problem. Roll it back up, and because you know what I did wrong? I rolled it up backwards. I don't have this number facing outward. I went and see, always make sure, but see, that's how it's, maybe I didn't do it correctly. Let's see. Maybe that's why. Okay. Now you notice the numbers on the outside. The silver section is on the outside. And it says what diamond painting it goes to. So we know that if I put this in a drawer with other packs, and this somewhere else, I know to go to this number that it goes with that one. Okay. So we're going to put that down here. Oh, well, I don't want to, I want it to stay flat. Okay, next one. Looks like a flower, and this is another 30 by 30. They're not expensive. So if you like little diamond paintings, they're not expensive. Here's the tray, the basics, and here are the diamonds. And it does have the LP 161 is the number of this picture. And here's the picture. And you can see it's a lot more wrinkly. Let's see that, how wrinkly it appears. Let's hope that that is not because they put it on while it wasn't dry enough. Sometimes this is just wrinkles where they put it on too fast. So. And if you notice, there is a wrinkle here, but it will be the type to come out. Now this is kind of a sharp wrinkle here, but I do believe it's still going to come out. Okay, and it does help to pull it. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to split anything or rip anything. But this is a cute little rabbit. We have 18 colors on this little rabbit. I liked the fact that it was the lighting on these. If I wanted to replace this pretty blue color, I could actually buy some glow-in-the-dark diamonds like these to put on here, okay, in that place, and then it would glow in the dark. So I'm looking to see, I do see some wrinkles, but I don't see anything major that's going to harm it, I don't believe. These two wrinkles are a little harsh, but I think they'll come out. Like I said, put a big old heavy book on there. I have some art books and heavy coffee table books that I will put on there and try to get these wrinkles out. See, they will do this number, and the plastic will go over it, leaving an air hole, which can cause that to dry out. I have not had any problem with any of my older 3-year-old, 4-year-old pictures drying out their glue. So far, so good. That doesn't mean it might do it from there. I don't know the shelf life of them. I've got so many. I hope they don't. But anyways, we have 18 colors. It has the glitter in there, in that canvas. And I'm going to show you the grid. If I can do it without driving you crazy with it moving all over the place. You can see the symbols, and they're the letter symbols, I do believe. Yep, it's still the letters. And here's the grid. We'll do the face. See if you can see those letters in there, in that grid. Does it look like you can't see it? Will it be hard? Now, I use a light pad under mine, and I also have a lighted I keep trying to say microscope, and it's not a microscope. You know what I'm talking about. Magnifying glass that hooks to my desk, and I can look through it while I do my diamond painting, and it's lit up. So I've got light this way, and then I've got light that lights up the back, and you really can see those better. So it doesn't bother me quite that bad if it's not printed too well, because of all of that help that I have But I mean, it has to be printed pretty bad for me to notice that that I can't see things, tell things apart. Now I have had some that I could not tell letters, and I had to just guess as well as I could, and really that's all you can do. Okay, so here we have these pretty blue colors again, and now they come out so pretty. And these are round pictures. Both of them were round. You see how nice that is. So if you like to order from Temu, now this order did come a little longer. It did take a little longer than a week. It took a couple, maybe 3 weeks to get this, and now this was a big order. I have another box in there from this same order. So it did take a lot. So maybe they don't have their, now look at me, I'm doing it again. Maybe they don't have their diamond paint, a lot of other stuff here in America, and they had to ship it from wherever Temu is based out of. Now see, I didn't do it totally right, and so now I'm going to have a wrinkle in it. It's okay. It will still close. So, anyways. Whee. Come on now. Work with me here. Some of the sticky got on the other side of it, so, and it's not matching it, so it's a little sticky underneath. I need to kind of get that to go where it needs to go. Oh well. Anyways, there is number 2, the little rabbit with a little. These look like little dogwood, with little dogwood flowers or little daisies or something. Put that down there. Number. Let me see. Let me get a variety. I'm looking at the different. We'll do this one. Trying to kind of do a little bit of a variety. Okay, well, number 3. We don't want to take up my time, me looking. See which one to show. We'll just show them. Okay, there was that. Okay. In the middle, they usually have it in the middle. Okay, this one's labeled with the item number, and there is the same thing. And the reason they put this in every single one, and I know all of us that get a lot of these diamond paintings have a ton of these. I take the tip out, as I keep that. That can be inserted into my diamond painting pins. These things can break, the plastic can break, and you can take that out and put that tip in there. So keep that. Take those tips out, and the wax, I don't think, and then I just send the straw, it turns into a straw since that's gone, and the little tray can be used in elementary schools and little art clubs for paint. So if you don't use these, like you see over here, I've got, look how many of these things I've got just over here sitting. So yeah, so you'll want to send that and donate that. Okay, now this is a little dog, a little doggy. My aunt would love this one because it looks a lot like her little doggy. And I'm stretching it, getting it used to. It's free. It's free. It's able to be flat. It has 23 colors. Look at this pretty green. It's gonna be pretty. Now I don't see. I see some little lines in the surface here. I don't know if I can get it to show you those lines, but I have to have the light a certain way to get you to see it. Right in there. Right in there. but they are not deep enough in that glue to make a difference. So, whoops. Whatever you do, don't pull this paper out totally off. Don't do that. Work on one side like this. Let's say I'm going to start on this side. Pull half off. Half. That way you're keeping the right side towards the glue whenever you go to put it back. If you pull this off, you may put it on the wrong side. If you put this, like say, I'm going to demonstrate it. When you do that, it's the wrong side and it will be harder to pull off. Okay? And it may pull your glue off. So you want to keep this on for as long as you're working on it, or until you're going to work on it, and until you're done. You don't want to pull this off and leave it off, because air gets to your glue. It may make it less sticky. Stuff like a cat may walk by, step on it, and then it drags it across the floor. If you get hair or paper, sometimes you accidentally get a piece of paper stuck to it. Now, if you get this stuck to it, the plastic, I'm sorry, this right here, I don't think you're gonna. Don't put wax paper on it. You can use, if this gets damaged, you can put parchment paper on it and it will be fine. But do not put wax paper down. Okay? Because that will ruin this. If you put saran wrap down on it, it's ruined. Saran wrap will ruin it. Okay? It's ruined if you use saran wrap. So you want to try to protect it with what comes on it. Some people don't like these and they want to take them off. That's your prerogative. But you need to put something else on it to protect the surface. Okay? And the only thing I recommend is parchment paper like you get at the Dollar Tree. You can get parchment paper there. You can get it at Target. You can get it at Aldi. You can get it at Walmart. You know what I mean. Parchment cooking, the cooking parchment paper. No wax on it, okay? Don't put saran wrap. If you get hair, or if a piece of paper, let's say you were writing a letter and it got stuck to it, and you go to pull it off and it's all this paper on here just stuck. Use baby wipes. You can clean the surface of this with baby wipes gently, and it will bring it back. If you have cat hair, use baby wipes, and it will bring the surface back. It's really weird that it does, but it does. Just make sure you know that this cover sheet has a good side and a bad side. The good side is down on this, and if you take it off, because it's clear, you're not going to know which side that was. Now you may, if you still want to try to put it back on, you want to take the corner and try and see which one comes off. See how nice that did? Now when you have it on the other side, it's gonna stick. Okay? So you can test it on the corner, and that will help you know which side is the right side. Okay? So let's see if these symbols over here, it's the letters, I guess, same, and the same printing. See, some people, they print these with these huge printers, okay? Now, they run out of ink just like ours do at the house. And they may print out something while it's running out of ink. Okay, now I didn't do that long enough for you. I'm so sorry. And his little face. It's his little face. If they've done that, this will be lighter, okay? And it may make it harder for you to see. Now here we have some right here in the dark. It's all dark right here. Let's see if you can see what I'm talking about. These right here, when I lay it on the table, it's really hard to see. Some are dark, really dark, and the lettering is dark. So I can see how that would be hard for someone that is not working with anything with light behind it, or a magnifying glass with light, lit up I'm talking too much. a light up LED micro. Now I'm going to say microscope again. Magnifying glass. I don't know why I do that. And then when I want to say my microscope, I'll say magnifying. So weird. Anyways, there's that one. And you can pretty much see that they're the same color. There's a little bit of greens, teal greens in this one. I don't think we have to go through. Well, let's do it. We want to make sure that we have all our diamonds. Okay. And we're looking for 23. So here is 20 through 23. These colors, aren't those pretty? This is a gray. And that teal, aqua, marine, or teal, whatever you want to call it. Isn't it pretty? And then the white. Very pretty colors. So, let's go to 1. We have a regular gray, a pink, peachy pink, more grays, purple, an off-white color, more lighter off-white, and there's some really dark gray. Number 10, darker grays, 11, 12, darker grays, and then we have that's a light powdered green, and then 14, 15, and 16, really pretty colors. A little bit lighter green than this one. 17, 18, 19. We have 2 18s, which is right here. 2 18s and a 19. So, yep, we have every one that we need. Okay, let's put it up. Okay, let's not go inside out like it had been. Here we go. That may have went around it. And then this one is folded in. And we put it back in. Yeah. And a lot of times you want to look in your bags too, because before you really pull them out, which I wasn't doing, because sometimes if you have a cut, sometimes the machine will cut it or not seal it correctly, and there'll be some diamonds down in the bottom, and that'll let you know. Don't just pull it out and it go everywhere, and then you lose your diamonds, because you only get what they give you, and then you'll have to deal with trying to get, you know, more in. So there's the little dog, number 3 of this video, and I'm just going to pull another one out. All of these are 30-30 rounds. Okay, now the tape is so good on these. That's why I just don't put them back in there. I have a categorized storage system that I bought, and it's just mainly plastic portfolio bags from Amazon, and I've labeled each one. Some are people, some are landscapes, some are holidays, some are animals, and that's how they go in are stored per their subject matter. And they store flat. Let's move this one over. Okay, here we go. We've got prettier colors in there. Look at there. Look at them pretty colors. And the same thing here. Look at here. Isn't that the cutest? Isn't that just the cutest thing? It's a little bee. Little bumblebee. We love bees until they sting. Oh my goodness. I'm the one to get stung out of the whole group. If there's a bee, I'll get it. I ought not like bees. cartoon bees, that's okay. It has 21 colors, and it looks like it's going to be just a fun picture. It is 30-30. Now, it's perfectly okay to do this size 30-30 when you're up close and there's not a whole lot of detail. I mean, it's up close, so your detail is going to be big. You don't have farmhouse here, horses, 15 horses over here, shipwreck and dolphins and this, that. I mean, 15 million people in it, and it'd be 30-30. You're not going to see it. You just won't see it. It'll be pixelated really bad. So you don't want to do a 30-30. Just whenever you're looking for small pictures, look for things up close. Okay? Up close. And if you can go scroll through the pictures, if you're on your phone, scroll through the sample pictures and see if it shows this picture in the grid. And sometimes you can get an idea by that if it's going to turn out, okay, when it's finished. Because they can only do so much. The bigger the picture, the more colors they can put per square inch to try to get that depth that you need to see things, okay? Like if there's a person, if this is a person's face and they had to put eyeballs in there, I mean, the diamonds are only so big. They can't go smaller to do eyeballs. So you get what I'm saying. Okay, now I don't see anything wrong with this one. It's actually not as wrinkled as the others. It's straightened out really good. Now I'm probably putting more wrinkles in it. But it's okay. The glue's already dried. You just don't want to leave air pockets in there, which is what I'm doing right now. And see, I just don't do as what I'm doing. Don't, well, you know, I'm upset. Anyways, we'll move on to the next side. Okay, and again, I don't see any issues. It's thick enough. It seems to be glue all the way across. No missed spots. And let's see if we can get this to go back on. Look better on this side than the other side. Well, I did fine till right at the end. Till right at the end. Okay. It's nice to have some diamond paintings to show you after having so many of the rocks and everything. And so sometimes it's better just to do the corner at a time, but sometimes I just fail to, and see, now that did it itself. It did better. So anyways, let's see that grid, and I see some things like right here. You can see some things right here that I'm hoping will show up whenever I see it under my microscope and the light pad underneath. I really recommend a light pad underneath here because it really lights up the grid and the symbols. It really helps. I used to do these without a light pad when I very first started. Oh my goodness, it was like me coming out of the dark ages, literally. And I don't mean pun, well, pun intended. It was the dark ages whenever I was doing these. Okay, so I'm going to put this one down here. We're going to get to the next one. That was number 4. Let's see. Let's do this one. Let's see. Okay, no, let me look. Just want to do a little different. What is this? I cannot tell. Oh, this is cute. They're all cute, but I just want you to see a little bit of a difference in this one. A little bit of variety, okay? It's still kind of on the same theme. Whenever I'm buying diamond paintings, sometimes I get into these moods where they all kind of match each other. I guess because they put them in like a grouping. And you see again, and they do still have that number on there. I love that for storage purposes. Looky here. Isn't that the cutest little turtle? Turtle. We love turtles. At the beach last year, we go to Huntington Beach, and we're going to go back again this year. They have turtle nests that is protected, but you can actually stand and watch them hatch out of there. And we got to see them hatch last year because someone was standing by one and saw the little area start moving. Would you lay down, Frodo? Go lay down. Go lay down. And quit whining. Lay down. Okay. So, and when it got dusk, you could hardly, it's at that area where it's really dark, it's getting darker and darker and darker, and you can hardly see, but you still can see a little. They come flying out of that nest like scarabs on the mummy. It was almost freaky because you couldn't really see that it was turtles in the dark. You just see all these things coming out of this hole in the ground, and it's hundreds. And they go down to the ocean, and you're not supposed to have any lights on. Don't take pictures and all that stuff. It's hard not to, but my little granddaughter, Scarlett, y'all have probably seen her on here. The little last one walked across her shoe down into the ocean, and that just thrilled her so much that little baby turtle went across her shoe. She was so thrilled. How neat is that? How many times have you had a baby turtle hatch and walk across your shoe? How many times have you even seen baby turtles hatch in real life and come up out of there? That was so special for her. And so this one I'm probably going to do and let it be in her room. She will love this. She doesn't know it yet. Then again, I might let her do this one. Oh, I've just ruined it. No, I haven't. I haven't ruined it. I just didn't put it down correctly. So, here we go. I get in a hurry. And I don't put them back down as good as I should. And sometimes these little pages, this little stuff is hard to work with. Okay. I don't see anything that's not going to come out when it's sit under a book. Okay. Probably won't even have to sit it under it. There we go again. Let's try again. I think what it is if I let it do it itself, it kind of goes down on its own. But when I get ahead of it pushing, that's when I get the wrinkles and the little hole, areas with a bubble. Okay, and you can see it's still sort of in that same color scheme. So you would be able to put all these little animals in a little set on the wall. If you wanted to put them on frames, or I swear by the gluing them to the stretched canvas. And now they've got those little magnetized things that you can actually just cut this side off and this side off, and you can, it's little wood magnet things that hold it here, and it has a string on top. I've even done a making your own dowel where you glue this onto a dowel rod and make your own hanger. I've done that. I need to redo some of those because some of them were done with my tablet and you can't hardly see it. So anyways, here is the grid. You can see that it is still those letters, I do believe. Yep. And there's a lot of dark colors. Dark letters on dark colors is probably what people are not liking. We like the light letters first, but you can see how it could make it hard. This little eye. Look at that little face. Oh my goodness. I love him. She or her. It could be a little girl. And some people don't know, but the warmer the nest, the more girls will be in the nest. Because the heat determines whether they'll be male or female in the egg. So if you have a hot year, it's going to be more females. And if it's more of a shallow nest, it depends on how deep they bury them to. And if it stays cold down in there, it's not a lot of warmth, it's going to be a lot more males. So anyways, here's the purple is number 1. We're going for 20. Purple, isn't that beautiful? That is a Hubba Bubba grape chewing gum, bubble gum purple, or Kool-Aid purple. And we love all these colors. That's what makes diamond painting so fun, is the colors that come in these. And there's even darker purple that is still that yummy. Oh, you just love that purple. Reminds you of candy. You see, lollipops used to come in these type of things. And the stick would be sticking down here. And then a machine would cut them. Now sometimes you could buy them already in the, still stuck together, you know. And that is number 20. That's something that I remember when I was little. Okay, let's see here. I've got to make sure I get it right. Okay, see, that one is curved around something. Huh. I don't think I've done it right. Let's see here. I think that's it. See, when you stand it on its side, it seems like it does better than if you do it flat. You know. One more, and that'll be this one. This will be Temu's my second big Temu diamond painting order, part 1. And that helps to have a little bit, not having too long a video. I know some people love the long videos because they put me in the background and they just like to hear me ramble. So crazy. Y'all, so crazy. I do the same thing. Okay, so was that number 5? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, that was number 5. I'm sorry, everybody. So in this video, we did 5 of the new Temu diamond paintings haul that I had just purchased a few weeks ago. I'll see if I can find where my order date is and what date it shipped in, and I'll put it right here or right here. I don't know. I'm in the middle of the thing, so I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna do it so you can see it. And I also am going to do a future video, if I can talk. I just can't talk. A future video about this new diamond painting sealer is specifically for sealing diamond paintings. I've seen this on Amazon. I've seen this everywhere, but this is some that's come from Temu. So we shall see in another video. I'll test this out with you and we'll see if it works together. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. All right. I also have another video for the last 5. Yeah, I was about to say, where's the 5th one? It's all mixed up in all the plastic. So I'm going to do the next video really quick, but I'll only upload one at a time. Okay, so anyways, Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Jesus loves you. The Lord loved the world so much. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that whoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And the reason he did that is because there is no possible way any of us can live perfectly without any bad thought, without any lies, without stealing something. Honey, even if you stop while you're working, you're being paid to work, and you're talking, you're stealing from the company if you're talking when you're supposed to be working. Even little things like that you don't mean to do. It's nobody, none of us can walk this earth as humans and be able to be righteous. There is none righteous, no, not one. And the best we can do is the filthy rags in God's eyes. Because of that sin, because it's like a mother won't let you in because you've been wallowing in the mud hole outside. She loves you. Or if you're a mother and you see your child and it's all muddy, and you got nice new furniture or whatever in your house, or you may not even have nice new furniture, you're not going to let it in until that little child gets cleaned up. You're definitely not letting it run in and waller all over all your nice clean things. So it's not that you don't love your child. It's that that dirt and mud is keeping that person separated in between you. And that's why the Lord sent his Son down to take your sin upon his shoulders and pay your price. If you go to a judge and you have a fine and you don't have the money, but somebody else comes forward and pays your fine for you, you can go free. Well, that's the same concept. It's love, because somebody loved you enough to pay your fine for you. Or if you find out you ain't got the money in your pocket, you left your wallet at home and you can't pay for your groceries or whatever, or something's come up on the thing, it won't take your card, and somebody behind you says, "Here, I'll pay for it," or will pay for your supper. Sometimes some people have done that. Paid it forward to somebody. You've heard pay it forward. That is love. And that's what the Lord does. He doesn't bully you. Whether you believe in him or not, someone created all of this. An eyeball can't form by itself. It doesn't know how. How is an eyeball going to think of how to form itself? And how is it going to come up out of the ocean as an amoeba and then say, okay, I need an eyeball, or I need a stomach, or I need a foot? How's it going to think if it hasn't got its brain already there? How does the brain form on its own? We have a creator, and just understand that he gave us all this for us, and we are the ones that the people are the ones in their free will have decided to sin against God. But he wants us with him. He loves us. And so he paid the fine for us. And it's a free gift. A free gift. Most people won't give up a free gift. They'll be there in a heartbeat. You're free? Oh, come here. I mean, you'll see people run. But when Jesus offers it, it's only a few people will trickle and say, hey, I want Jesus in my life. I will pray for you. You pray for me. Thank you so much for praying for me. And I love each and every one of you. If you don't know Jesus today, ask him in your heart and let me know in the comments, or send me a message on Facebook. But I love each and every one of you. Sending you mental hugs. Bye, everyone.